Alright, are we live? Give me a second, everybody. Give me a second. YouTube still processing something. I can see it on the screen. Give it a second. YouTube, I'm going to refresh the page. Give me a second. Not working. Sound check. Not sure if YouTube is working. Everybody, alright. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. And this is the Professional Forex Trading Course 101, right? Hello, Captain, everybody. Captain is with us. Yeah, I was reading Rico. What is he talking about? I know. Check the block, my strategy when use loop viewer, you know. It looks like. Anyways, everybody. Alright, let's move forward. Today it's what is your strategy? Never forget, everybody, trading is a learnable skill when you learn in the correct way. My goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years, right? Not in 1 day or 6 months. A bit low compared to other videos though. Alright, everybody, in an institutional way. What's that? First the analyst, then the trader. Alright, this is the pathway. You know, you start with Forex course 101. It's all about the market. You are learning how this market works. It's called the learning phase, and then if you want you can jump to the Forex course 202. It's called the money phase, and it's about the business, what tools institutions are using to make money. Alright, and at the end of the stream, the name of the game, it's called, everybody, 2024, but this is for later. Never forget, you're going to graduate from this course, everybody, when number 1, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Number 2, you have a strategy in place. We're going to talk about this one today. You understand probabilistic thinking and how probabilistic thinking affects your strategy, and you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. So, talking about the strategy, up. From the manual we finished what is technical market structure, we finished highs and lows, talked about market behaviors, the market structure trends, how to trade the market wave, talked about uptrend and downtrend, how to properly draw trend lines, the 3 trend lines every time frame has, and we talked about consolidation inside the trend. We talked about how to trade trends inside market structure. Alright, so until lesson 10, hello Allah, how are you? This Saturday we have the basket course on Zoom. Alright, and KJ is going to be with us, and Vincent, do you remember Vincent Allah? Vincent is going to be with us too. Alright, everybody, so Allah, do you have your strategy? What is your strategy, right? So this is going to be examples of a strategy. Alright, everybody, and if you can connect with me on Skype, I can send you 10 plus strategies from different students, traders. Alright, just for you to check and see, maybe you can use some parts of them, you know, examples of a strategy. Alright, so our knowledge is limited, everybody, but learned what we've learned so far. Alright, now strategy, how to build a good strategy rule, guideline. Alright, guidelines. Alright, number 1, a good strategy must have what we call black and white rules that are not not subject to interpretation, not subject to interpretation. Number 2, your strategy must be 2.1 easy to understand. Number 2.2 easy to obey. And number 2.3 easy to execute. Alright, everybody? How to build a good strategy guidelines. Number 1, a good strategy must have black and white rules that are not subject to interpretation. This is a big one and it's a must. If you don't build a strategy, everybody, now good news, bad news, right? Bad news for you right now, bad news. If you don't build a strategy that has black and white rules that are not subject to interpretation, then you are going to suffer here and no money for you. Alright? Forex course 2, it's about the business, how institutions are making money. And believe me, how institutions are making money, talking about the business, it's totally different from what a retail trader is doing. Make sense, everybody? An institutional trader or an institution itself, and please check if this is true or not, go to some institution, knock on the door, not on the captain's door, he's going to kill me, not on Yanni's door, but anyways, and invite a trader or an analyst to have a coffee. Alright? An institutional trader or an institution would never, alright, having fun, it's a different story, but would never say, alright, today I'm going to do a scalp on the 5-minute chart. And alright, tomorrow I'm going to do a daily scalp. And on Wednesday I'm going to do a Fibonacci trade. And on Friday I'm going to do a unicorn strategy. And on Saturday I'm going to trade the golden dolphin rainbow swing trade, and so on. Of course I'm joking, I'm inventing names, but a trading institution, investment bank, hedge fund broker, they would, never, ever. Agreed, everybody? This is what a retail trader, it's all good, it's normal, pat yourself on the back, nothing wrong, we are here to learn, but this is where the it's normal, but we must come to understand that this is not how to trade. Makes sense, everybody? Okay, so this is why exactly they are not changing. A good strategy must have black and white rules that are not subject to interpretation, meaning it's always the same. Alright? And you are going to learn in the Forex course 2 that trading is not making money, it's not glamorous, like from the movies, oh, buy, sell, buy that, sell that, and the adrenaline and the life movies, alright? How institutions make money, it's boring, it's always the same. And this is a big stumbling block. Make sense, everybody? So I must have black and white rules that are not subject to interpretation, and then my strategy must be easy to understand. Alright? If I take John, I'm inventing names, if I take John's strategy and Jane's strategy, maybe, they are using Keltner channel that I never learned. They are using Fibonacci's that I never learned. They are using what's the name? The Elliott wave that I never learned. Their strategy, it's not going to be easy to understand. Arrow, right? Arrow. There you go. Exactly. And if the strategy, is not easy to understand, this is common sense, right? If the strategy is not easy to understand, is it going to be easy to execute? Right? I never, example wise, I never learned the Fibonacci's. How am I going to execute the Fibonacci if I don't even know the rules? How am I going to trust the Fibonacci that I don't even understand? Everybody, do we agree that this is common sense? And now you have it. Why coping strategies, this is one small part, why coping strategies take other strategies doesn't work. And when I'm saying coping, it's like, oh, 100%. Nothing wrong studying strategies, you know, and checking how is your strategy compared to another, but ultimately you must build your own strategy. Does this make sense? Now, that being said, your strategy must have rules. Give me a second. You know, rules. Number one, what to trade. We're talking about patterns. Number two, where to trade. We're talking about time frames. And number three, how to trade, and we're talking about how to enter, manage, and exit a trade. So we're talking about entry setup, trade, and risk management rules, and exit setup. Alright, everybody? Rules, what to trade, patterns. What are patterns? Short-term trends are patterns, consolidations are pattern, market wave is a pattern, crown is a pattern, head and shoulder it's a pattern. You have the some guys are trading the elemental bet too, or the shark. It's alright, I'm not judging anybody, I'm having fun. So this is a pattern too, you know, whatever might be the case. Alright? No, support, resistance, pivot points are not a pattern. No, a trend line is not a pattern. No, an indicator, it's not a pattern. Make sense, everybody? I'm trading the stochastic. Not a pattern. I'm trading the MACD. Those are not patterns. Make sense, everybody? You can use indicators to follow, manage, make some decisions, but indicators are not patterns, alright? If you don't agree now, everybody, now it's the time to put in the chat, I don't agree with you, so we can talk. Alright? So let's go, let's move forward, and something like this, alright? So my strategy, alright, it's an example. Remember, this room is not trading or investment advice. So my strategy example, very easy, very slowly. So number one, what to trade patterns. I am going to trade I'm going to trade the short term trend on, okay, short term trend, right? And short term trend, it's a variable. Alright, everybody, just an example. Maybe I can do this, give me a second. There you go. My strategy example, I'm going to trade the short term trend, it's a variable, right? Why variable? Because the shortened trend is a pattern. So you can choose to trade the market wave too if you want. This would be the market wave. This would be the short-term trend on the market wave. This would be the consolidation. Then this would be the short-term trend again. Give me a second, everybody. You know. So this is a variable. Now me like this. I'm going to trade the short-term trend. What does this mean? I'm trading the. Everybody, am I trading the violet or am I trading the green? Type in the chat. Am I trading from my strategy? Am I trading the green or am I trading the violet? What do you think? And if you understand what we are doing, you know, so would I trade in here in consolidation? Clara says green, very good. So is my rule black and white not subject to interpretation? So can I trade consolidation, everybody? Type in the chat, yes or no. Am I trading consolidation? Can I, should I, would I, must I trade consolidation? What's the answer? This is the rule. I'm going to trade the short-term trend. If I'm trading consolidation, would I break the rule of the strategy? Exactly. No, you can't. You cannot trade. You should not trade. You must not trade consolidation. Why not? There is no right or wrong. It's a rule. You are building your strategy. This is your rule. Make sense, everybody? But it's a variable. So you can say, I'm going to trade the short-term trend, the green one. Then you can say, I'm going to trade the market wave 2, the violet. And you are going to say, oh, I'm going to trade the consolidation 2. So there is no right or wrong. But it's a variable, right? One more. If I'm going long up in here, if I buy the market on this counter trend line break, and if I'm trading the green, should my stop loss go down in here on the green or should my stop loss go down on the violet? No, those two are not the same. The rule, it's black and white, and if it's good, if it's written well enough, it's not subject to interpretation. So if I enter here counter trend line break on the green, but if I put the stop loss on the violet market wave, because it's safer, and it is safer, am I obeying my strategy rules? Type in the chat, yes, you are obeying strategy rules, or type in the chat, no, you are not obeying strategy rules. Down the green, exactly. So see, everybody, a lot of errors and mistakes and losing money and not being consistently profitable comes because we don't have a strategy that it's well written. Would this make sense? Boss, can you repeat please? Yes, sir. A lot of errors and mistakes and problems getting to consistency because I cannot figure out what I'm doing wrong is due to me not having a strategy well written enough, and well written in the terms of rules. Make sense? If I just leave my strategy, I'm going to trade the short-term trend, and this is the only rule from the strategy, Then I can go on the monthly and trade the trend. I can go the weekly and trade the trend. I can go on the daily, on the 4-hour. I can go on the 15-minute chart, you know, and make money and lose money. And when I look at my trading, I am not able to figure out, well, what's working, what's not. Would this make sense? If the strategy is well written, then you are going to understand why you are winning and why you are losing. Would this make sense? If your strategy, mine too, we're all the same, this is how we learn. If our strategy doesn't have rules, black and white, not subject to interpretation, I cannot figure out what I'm doing wrong. Everything and anything is going to be random. Make sense, everybody? If my strategy is too general, like, oh, I'm going to trade the short-term trend, or I'm going to trade the market, or I'm going to buy the market or sell, you know, it's too general. Make sense? There are too many variables, then I cannot figure out, alright, after 20, 30, 40, 50 trades, oh, what is a mistake, what is working, you know, what is not working. Would this make sense? Alright. So this is one rule, and, you know, I can get more specific too. So I'm going to go here, and number two, I am going to trade only in the direction of the extension of the market wave, and this is a variable too. Variable, it's a variable. Alright, everybody? What does this mean? So if I have a rule that I'm going to trade only in the direction of the extension of the market wave, can I trade the short-term downtrend? Type in the chat yes or no. And it's not a general question. This is a question referring to the strategy that I'm building. I'm going to trade the short-term trend. We figured out that we're talking about the green. Good, we're doing good. Number two, I'm going to trade only in the direction of the extension of the market wave. So if my rule is like this, and the market wave, it's a combination between uptrend, downtrend, and uptrend, can I trade a downtrend in here? Because I'm saying that I'm going to trade the short-term trend. So I have a short-term downtrend. Can I trade it? And Clara said correctly, no, you can't. So is this rule number two, black and white, not subject to interpretation? And it's a variable because I could write, I'm going to trade in the direction of the extension and retracement. So it's a variable. Boss, what should I do? I don't know. You need to choose for yourself. So if I'm going to trade extensions and retracement, then yes, I could short the market and short the short-term downtrend. But like it is right now, I'm going to trade only in the direction of the extension of the market wave. Alright? And everybody, what is difficult for you to understand? You must upgrade your understanding. Alright? This is why you cannot jump forward to the Forex course 202. It's impossible. Even if you have money, you know. I've rejected a lot of people already during the years of coaching and teaching, you know. You must come to understand that if this is your strategy, and if you short the market and make some money, you have a winning trade, that this is wrong. It's not good for you. But I made some money. Making money in the Forex market has nothing to do with you being right or wrong, disobeying the rules and chasing the money. It's too soon for you to understand, makes sense? Beginner trader talk. Somebody who has no clue about the markets, how this works. Or you are maybe 3 months in the making or 6 months in the making. Make sense? This is an issue that a retail trader has. Alright? Not an institutional one. In an institution, if you do this, you get fired. Exactly. Institutional traders have, from the obeying the rules standpoint and understanding of the business, they had a much easier way. Retail traders, make sense? Not having a boss, and us, we can do pretty much what we want, right? Everybody agreed? I can listen to you, I cannot listen to you, I can follow your strategy, I can build my own, I can follow the Fibonacci rules, or I can invent the next hot water and golden unicorn from TikTok. You know, retail traders, we can do pretty much whatever we want, and this is an issue. If you don't upgrade your thinking, how you think, then no money for you. I just won. One trade means nothing. I'm writing a new book, everybody. I'm writing a book. It's going to take me a year most likely, but I'm writing a book with the title One Trade Means Nothing. Boss, would you repeat? You disobeying the rules and profit taking, making money, it's not good for you. Does this make sense? I made money. My daughter too. And the monkey on the other house made money too. And I'm not joking now. Your kids, if they can click a mouse, they can make money like you did. Are your kids a professional trader? See how this goes? The understanding of what I should do, what's the logic behind having rules black and white not subject to interpretation, and you chasing the money, and you proving to God that you're right, when in reality our kids can do the same. And I'm sorry to hurt you, this is why you are not a professional trader, consistently profitable, and of course your kids too. Would this make sense? I'm not asking you to agree with me, I'm asking you to think. Would this make sense? Type in the chat, yes it makes sense, or type in chat, oh no, this doesn't make sense, this is all BS, you know. What do you know? My life is not going to change, but let's talk. Alright everybody? And so I have patterns here where to trade time frames. I'm going to go up in here. Exactly, and some people do this for years. For years, make sense? This is one of the stumbling blocks. Number one, it's education, it's knowledge, and number two, it's you being aware that you are still doing this after 2 years, 3 years, been through a few courses, been through a few mentors, and you are still doing this. And of course, no consistency. But I made money, boss. You are not getting it. This is not how professional traders make money. Exactly. Everybody, what is the difference between a professional trader thinking and a retail trader, or not professional, whatever, thinking is professional traders, we are obeying the rules. Retail traders, they are chasing the money. Would this make sense? Pat yourself on the back. This is how we grow. It's all normal. Nobody's judging you. But you must learn that when you say, but I made money, this is you psychologically chasing the money. Alright? Pen and paper right now. Do you want to make money? Pen and paper right now. Do you have pen and paper? Everybody type in the chat. Pen and paper right now. We're going to write a quote. Alright? Psychological coaching. And it goes like this. Just because I can see a setup and I can understand a setup, this does not mean that is a trade that I should take. This does not mean that this is a trade that I alright, it's alright, maybe. Informing a strategy or trading itself, you breaking the rules, chasing the money. Psychological coaching. Just because I can see a setup, a downtrend, and I can understand a setup, a downtrend, this does not mean that this is necessarily, that is a trade that I should, where can I put necessarily? This does not mean that this is a trade that I should necessarily, hopefully my English is correct. Everybody correct my grammar. Necessarily, add 2R, you know, it's, oh, English language, edit label. Necessary, 2R's not right. Right. Correct? If necessarily is not correct, help me out, everybody. I don't remember. So, just because I can see a setup and I can understand the setup does not mean that this is a trade that I should necessarily take. This is one of the most important quotes in the Forex course 101. The understanding of this. And you should journal and get aware every single day. Oh, but I made money. Oh, but I made a profit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why? Because the strategy is telling you not to do this. Make sense? But I won. Man, if you're in an institution, understand this. If you have a boss, you know, in an institution, you would be, or first warning, they will push your ears or you are getting fired. And I can tell you stories that happened for real. In the advanced course, I'm telling a story how I was present and the manager back in time, he fired the trader. You know? The trader made the money in an institution and they fired him. And it was a mess, and it's going to take some time to understand those things, alright? Talking about, everybody want to take a screenshot about this quote, psychological coaching? Just because I can see a setup and I can understand a setup, this does not mean that it's a trade that I should necessarily take. If I'm doing this, I am chasing the money. Alright? Forex course 202 conversation. Money is a consequence of a well executed strategy with an edge. Money is a consequence. Advanced Trading Forex course 202. Money is a consequence of a well executed strategy, not the reason to jump into the market. Can you see how it goes psychologically, everybody? But I won. Money is a consequence. You are chasing the money. A professional trader is trading the strategies, obeying the rules with an edge, meaning with time it produces more winners than losers. You and me, we're all the same, not judging anybody. We are chasing the money. Oh, there is a setup, or the market is falling. Oh, the market is that aggressive. Oh, there is a non-farm payroll coming out. Good news, bad news. What is the good news? It's normal, pat yourself on the back. Bad news, if you don't grow in understanding, no money for you. You can have a winner, but then you have a loser, you know, the winner-loser cycle. Alright? So, out of this one, and now let's go to number 3. Number 3, I am, example, right? I'm going to trade the monthly, not monthly, daily chart. Daily chart, it's a variable. You can everybody, you can choose, type in here, you can choose what, anything you want. You can choose the daily chart, weekly chart, hopefully not the monthly, so no Lambo for you until you die. Monthly chart. I'm going to read the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, the 2-hour chart, the 1-hour chart. I don't suggest you to go on the 15 chart, but this is just a suggestion. You know, I'm going to trade the daily chart, so it's a variable. Alright, now what to trade, we can check. Black and white rules not subject to interpretation. Where to trade, talking about time frames, check. Black and white not subject to interpretation. How to trade, so how to enter, manage and exit, so our knowledge is limited, so we're going to use what we have learned so far. And number 4, entry setup. I will enter when I see the end of the retracement, enter the retracement on the market market wave. Alright, give me a second. So this is 4.1 end of retracement is where I can see a change in the trend direction on the market wave. Alright, number 5, I will not manage the trade. I will not manage the trade. It's a variable. We don't have time, so you can say, alright, I'm going to manage, but anyways, next time, variable, I'm not going to manage the trade. 6, risk, it's 0.5%, half percent per trade. It's a variable. Give me a suggestion. Risk half percent, not 1. I believe it's too much for professional trading. Variable, risk half percent per trade. No, there is no right or wrong. It's up to, it's a variable. And 7, stop loss on the pattern, stop loss on the previous high low, not recent one. And number 8, take profit, it's risk reward equals to 1 per 2. Example, write something, just to write something. Alright, everybody. Whoops, so give me a second to, I'm going to delete a few things. Alright, out. So this is 4, this is 1. Give me a second, everybody. 1, 2, out the arrow. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. Out. Yeah, we're going to go on the chart just to Give me a second, everybody. Remember, this is not trading or investment advice. This is just an example. Alright, you have your variables. There is no right or wrong. Alright, I'm going to trade a short-term trend. I'm going to trade only in the direction of the extension of the market wave. I'm going to trade the daily chart. I will enter when I see the end of the retracement. End of the retracement is where I can see the change in the trend direction of the market wave. I will not manage the trade, it's a variable. Risk 0.5%, stop loss on the previous high low, not recent one, and take profits 1 per 2. That being said, everybody, type in the chat a currency pair. And let's see if we can trade this still limited strategy. Remember, this is no advice, this is just an example. Homework until our next class or next week. Try to decide what are you going to do, how you're going to do it. Type any currency pair, right? Hopefully not the ones that are on the monthly bands. No, there's no right or wrong. You can say what? What would be a great example? I don't know. What? AUD/USD, NZD/USD. Maybe not USD/CHF. It's in consolidation. JBP CAD, GBP, JPY, NZD CAD, AUD CAD. Ala, what currency pair do you want to check? Or Clara, or anybody else online? No, there is no right or wrong. This is how you backtest your strategy, right? And then you go, if this now everybody, so I built some rules and I closed the text. What is step number 2? I need to figure out if this strategy, number 1, has rules black and white, not subject to interpretation. And number 2, I need to check if this strategy for me, like yours for you, it's easy to understand, easy to obey, and easy to execute. What does this mean? I can understand the rules in here, but I can get lost on the chart. I just said no USD/CHF, Clara, it's in consolidation. I need the market wave, everybody. I need the market wave. Alright? Forget about Euro GBP, USD/CHF, and AUD NZD. Alright? I need the market wave. So, is the strategy easy to understand? I have those rules. Now I'm going to go on the chart and I need to figure out, alright, I need to figure out, can I implement this? Come on. This one, and I cannot. Alright, we're going to jump from one to the other. And alright, so AUD CAD, alright. Ala NZD CAD, alright. First comes for the serve, NZD CAD. If we have time, we are going to. Oh my gosh! If we have time, we are going to go on AUD CAD 2. And thanks to Ernesto, I've learned to do this and delete. And I've learned to do this. And I've learned to do this. Thanks to Ernesto, I've learned to clean the chart in seconds. Alright, so NZD CAD, everybody, monthly chart, monthly bands, right, monthly bands, and down here. Alright, now I'm going to go on the weekly chart, right? And from the weekly chart, I'm going to chart extension, retracement, extension, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, and then we had extension, and then we had extension, retracement, extension. All right. And then I go on the daily chart, right? Daily chart. Alright, so do we agree, everybody? Do we agree that the market is going in the direction of the down market wave? Do we agree? Because my strategy is saying that I'm going to trade. My strategy is saying I'm going to trade only in the direction of the extension of the market wave. Agreed, everybody? Alright, so I'm going to trade the short-term trend on the daily. Agreed? Do we agree that we have short-term trend on the daily? Yes, this is from the weekly, right? This is just charting to figure out what I'm doing. Alright, now do we agree, everybody, that we have give me a second. So I need to go here, everybody, right? And I need to find highs and lows. Those are the rules of the market wave. So do we agree that high to low, and I'm not sure if this is a high, give me a second. I need to be very specific here. 87556, and this is 8751. Alright, so all good. High to low, low to high, high to low, not a high, so high to low, low to high, but then it's a hard high and high to low. Do we agree that we have a downtrend? And from this downtrend, do we agree that we have low to high, high to low, low to high? There is not a low, so high to low, but then there is no high, so high to low, low to high, high to low. Do we agree that we had a downtrend and then we had an uptrend and then we have another downtrend? So high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high. The next one, so this is a sequence, high to low, low to high. Do we agree, everybody? And if we agree, wouldn't this constitute the market wave? Extension, retracement, extension. Give me a second. Just an example, right? So would this constitute the down market wave? Type in the chat, yes or no. If the answer is no, then this means that my strategy is not easy to understand. If you say yes, then you can say alright. So this would be the market, right? And my strategy is saying, alright, entry setup. Entry setup. I will enter when I see the end of the retracement on the market wave. End of retracement is where I can see a change in the short-term trend on the market wave. And stop loss goes to the previous high on the short-term trend, everybody. Alright, this is just an example. So now this is a retracement, right? I'm monitoring the market. The market's making hard highs, hard lows. And so low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high. This would be an uptrend, right? So this is a retracement again. And now I have from lower low, lower high. I need to find another lower low. That's not a low. There you go. That's the low. Alright. Sure, we could be more specific. You know, I'm going to enter with a counter trend line break, or I'm going to enter the next retracement. But let's say that my knowledge is limited. You know, I'm a beginner trader. I'm 3 months in the market, and you know, this is just an example, right? So because I'm here and now I have 2 lower lows, 2 lower highs, and let's say that I'm going to short the market in here. Just blindly, you know. My knowledge is limited as a beginner trader, but I'm shorting the market in here, and I'm not going to put the stop loss on the previous high, I mean on the most recent high, but I'm going to put the stop loss on the previous high. So this is my stop loss. And so, and my risk reward ratio is 1/2. So this is my stop loss, and clone. This would be 1, and clone, this would be 2. Alright, we're almost out of time. Let's see how this would play out. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I said I'm not going to manage the trade, and bam. Did we win or did we not win? This is just an example, and this is not advice. Alright, everybody? Before we finish, take a screenshot of this one. The name of the game for you, everybody, all of you online. Some of you are going to watch the recording. The name of the game is 2024. What are you going to do differently? Clara says win. Yes, Allah win. What are you going to do differently in 2024? 23, it's over, everybody. If you didn't do anything, if you didn't pocket money, if you are not consistently profitable, go relax, go reading books. Go read books, everybody. Go eat ice cream, because it's game over. 2023. Oh, it's not game over. It's game over. Relax and think about... Everybody listen to me. You are going to be much more productive if you relax and start thinking and use December to figure out what are you going to do differently in 2024. Believe me, I promise you, spend one month thinking what I did good, bad, 2023, how it went, the mistakes I did, how many times I was not coachable, I didn't do what Mike was telling me to do. Alright? The name of the game is 2024. Improve your... What can you do in 2024? You can improve your knowledge, you can level up your game, you can get a big account, and you can partner up with a professional trader, me or anybody else that you know, and start making money in 2024. Alright? And from my side, you have two... I'm not sure. Give me a second. I can give you 2 websites. One it's Patreon, and the other one it's X Trading, you know. So you join the incubation account. Clara, good news for you. If you go here and you register with $1,000, now you get 10 times. Alright, you get 10 times a live account, everybody. And this is me and you trading together on Patreon. Alright, this is my way to help you, but you can, whatever you do, it's better, alright? Whatever you do, just don't stay where you are. Alright? You need to move, change something. Alright? Don't do the same things you've always done. Don't let... Everybody, you must make 2024 different, but starts with you. Do something different in 2024. Take a course. Have a bigger account. I mean, whatever, you know. Enter some mentorship. whatever. Alright? Just do something different. Keyword. Don't go the same. Me and you, we are all the same. If we keep doing the same things, 2024 is not going to be different. I'm not going to ask you, do you agree with me? Does this make sense to you? If you don't change in 2024, your results are not going to change either. Does this make sense? And after this beautiful sermon, see you back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade like a boss, because you are the boss of your